Hi Flosstube, it's Angie and welcome back to my channel. This is my channel about cross stitching. So welcome back. I am happy to have any of you who are returning. I'm happy to have you back again watching. And if you are new, welcome and I hope you enjoy what you see. I will admit you're not going to see a whole lot today. I haven't done a whole lot of stitching. But my channel is going to get a lot more in-depth with more stuff happening now that we're pretty settled. As you can see, well, let's see how much you can see. I've got that going up there, and I have a plan for the empty space up there. It's not going to happen like super soon, but I've got a plan. And then I've got my other fun babies, and you'll notice Pocket Edward. Am I a fan of Twilight? Okay, I enjoyed it when the books came out, and I read them. And I read them a lot over and over again because that's what we did. We read them. And then for my birthday, my very best friend in the whole entire world gave me Pocket Edward, and he would accompany me to all of the movie premieres that we would go to together and laugh and make fun of them because the movies are ridiculous. And my husband and I make it a point maybe once a year to go through all of the Twilight movies and laugh and have a good time. So Pocket Edward's up there. I figured he needed to be on display. Let me fix this. So I am hiding again in my bedroom. I have two places I can film in my house now. This is more set up and than my office. Actually, my office is looking really, really nice, and it's not my office. Mine and my husband's office. I have to get used to saying our stuff again because he's here, so it's not just mine anymore. It was never just mine anyway, but you know what I mean. Our office is pretty close to being set up, but I'm waiting to do filming in there until I get the furniture that I want in there. And we still have some things to hang up and a few little odds and ends to take care of in there. So I will either film up in here or film downstairs in the office. It just depends on if my kids are asleep or not, because if they are not asleep, I need to hide in here, or else they will interrupt me every time without fail. And if they are asleep, then I can be down in the office. So you probably won't have my fun guys down there, but I'll probably have a little bit of cross stitch down there maybe. I don't know, we'll see. It's a communal space, so I don't get to just decorate how I want, because I just slap all the finishes up on the wall. Not that I have that many. Okay, so to continue on, welcome back. I am happy to be filming again. It's been 2 weeks. The last time you saw me, my husband had come home, so I'm not even going to apologize for not filming because he came home on the day that the movers were here unloading the truck. Yeah. They called me and they said that was the only day they could come unless I was willing to wait until August to get our stuff. And I sat there for a hot minute going, I can't leave the house while the movers are here. How does my husband get home from the airport? Thankfully, he had a plan. He got himself home from the airport, which was wonderful. And I still feel bad. It's not like we could do the normal welcome home type thing at the airport because of COVID. I wasn't willing to take my kids out and, you know, expose them to airport stuff. So it was probably best this way. And I wanted him to have a bed to sleep on. He'd just traveled 30 plus hours to get here. I'm not gonna ask him to sleep on an air mattress for the next month. So we went ahead and scheduled it, and the movers came and they were amazing. Anyway, so I've got my stuff, got my stitching, got a little work done. We spent most of last week unpacking and putting stuff together and getting reacquainted as a family. This week it's been hanging things on the walls, like the shelves, and just finding places. This house is big, but it doesn't have a lot of storage space. We had lots and lots of closets in our last house. We only have a couple closets here. And so trying to just reorganize a home. I had a place for everything in our last home. This home is different. So now I'm trying to find its place for everything. And it's working slowly but surely. But downtime was great. I did some stitching, not a whole lot, but I did some. I started a new start. This one, I will show you. This one was my husband's idea because I needed to work on something, and so I just said, hey, what should I work on today? I want to stitch something. And he said that this one, I think he said that one looks really nice. It is not fully kitted up. It is my Nightmare Before Christmas stained glass. Right now I'm just stitching the black because it's got a really thick black border over here. So I'm just trying to get a big portion of the border. I think I have maybe half the colors required for the chart. So I just need to order some more. And when I'm done with this, as long as it works, that's what's going to go up there. So stained glass Nightmare Before Christmas. Got this off of Etsy. I will link it down below. And as I said, I'm just working on the border right now. So this is what I've gotten done. So it's a decent amount. This is a 22 count heart hanger. I find that I stitch on the 22 count a lot because these larger pieces, I don't want them to be really, really big on the wall. I want to be able to have a place for them. So I need it to be somewhat smaller. And that's fine with this. So that's where I've gotten with that. And it's lovely. And I want to say, I feel like I stitched on something else besides. There's this and there's one other, but I can't remember. I really want to say, I think I did do some extra stitching on something. I did, but it's my secret. I think I'm going to show you anyway, and I'm just going to holler at my husband. He'll probably watch it in front of me so I can make him close his eyes. And he's not the sneaky kind, so I don't think he'd go back and rewatch just to see what I'm getting him for Christmas. But after that, I decided I'm trying to get back into the swing of doing my homework for magical stitches. So I was able to accomplish a goal off of magical stitches with this one. And then this one, I'm working on 2 prompts for magical stitches. I've already finished one of the prompts, and now I'm trying to I did 200 stitches for one prompt, and I'm trying to get 300 stitches for an extra credit. But I've done a lot with Stargazer. So obviously I've gotten a bunch of her skirt done. I think I've done about 600 stitches. So not too shabby. This stitches so quickly. When I get started, it feels kind of confetti heavy because there's so many different colors in there. And yet, I don't know, it's because they go down kind of stripy and straight lines. I don't know, but once I get started, it just goes fast. And then I go to count the stitches and I've done a ton. And it's exciting. But I love that because that means that this should get finished this year. This should get finished. Well, I remember what I was working on. I'm going to have to grab it for you. But yeah, so Stargazer is getting some love because she needs it. All right, so this is where I tell my honey, close your eyes and don't look. And I mean it. Don't look. So I'm going to insert a picture right here of what this is. I'm not going to say it because he has ears. This is just something that he likes and I like, and it's fun. And this is where I'm at with it. Let's see if I can do this. So I'm not going to explain. I'm not going to do anything. You better not be looking, honey. I'm just really excited, so I want to share because this is a lot of stitches and there's so many more to go. So there's that one. That's my secret project. I probably won't show it every week. I will probably only show it every now and then. just because I don't want to have to tell my husband to stop looking at what I'm doing. All right, hold on, let me find the other one because I knew I'd been working on something else. I've been working on Harry Potter pillow sampler, so hold on. Okay, I found it. I've been spending all this time trying to organize my supplies so that they are put away nicely. According to Pattern Keeper, I am only about 25% done with this, which feels a little daunting, but I've done a ton. And I'm pretty sure I did not show this to you because I'm pretty sure I used this for a prompt for this week. No, I used this for my homework for last week, but I didn't film last week. So, Harry Potter pillow sampler, here is where I'm at. I was able to get so much done. Oh my goodness. I'm so not good at holding up my fabric. I got these flags finished. I got the owl finished. Some of the words stitch up so fast. The border is going to be kind of annoying because of all the leaves, but I need to get on this because, you know, there's only, you know, 100 something days, 100 plus, I don't know. Somebody said like 180 days, something like that till Christmas. I don't know. I'm not thinking about Christmas right now. I'm thinking about Halloween. How excited I am. Now I hope Halloween isn't going to be ruined this year and how I can make it fun if we can't do trick-or-treating. All right, so those are the 3 things that I've worked on. And I will continue to work on the pillow sampler. I need to work on the Star Trek because that is a gift. I need to work on Secret Project because that is a gift. Hopefully it will be done by Christmas, but it's going well. So that's the stitchiness. That's what I've done stitchy-wise. Now we should maybe discuss, I'm seeing this little thingy and I'm trying to figure out what project went in here. I want to say this is my Nightmare Stained Glass. I hope that's it because there's some threads in here. I haven't finished. Normally I put everything on a floss card, one of these, and that way I know it's ready to go. But I have not done that with Nightmare because I was just working on some of the border. And it's all black and I didn't need to, but I need to do that. So I think I need to get my kids and husband watching a movie or something and just sit here. And I have tons of fabric, I have tons of floss, and I have so many projects, and I want to kit them up and get them ready to go so that I just have stuff to start. I don't know, I just feel like starting. Probably because I'm trying to catch up on all the floss tubes and I'm watching everybody start. And if you're in a if you're in a cross stitch Facebook group of any kind, they just get you going with the stitch alongs and it's almost, I don't know, it's just the enablers, they enable you and you just want to start all the things. And I said like 4 videos ago that I don't want to have a ton of whips, and right now if I start all of the projects that I have right now, I think that's like 50 plus projects. I don't want 50 going. Some of them are small, but these are my problems. I don't want to have a gazillion whips, and yet at the same time I kind of do. I'm allowed to change. I'm allowed to change my mind. So we're going to talk about some haul. I did get a bunch of stuff, and there's a few things you're not going to be able to see yet that I have on its way. First of all, got myself some more of these. I love these. I know you can make your own, and I've thought about making my own. These ones are reusable. I like that. So when I finish, because I write the numbers on Sharpie, and I write the symbols and the numbers, and then when I'm done with a project, I just use a little rubbing alcohol and the Sharpie comes right off, or yeah, rubbing alcohol or nail polish remover. And the Sharpie comes right off, and then I just use it again for a different project. So I like that they're reusable. I wish that I could get more than 5 at a time. Honestly, I wish I could get them longer, but I can't, at least not the ones that I found. So if anybody out there has found any of these, I know I can make my own using like comic book backer board and stuff like that. I don't remember what I was saying, but I got these. I might make some of my own. I don't know, just because I don't want to keep, I need like 100 of these, I think, for all my stuff. I don't have 100. All right. All right. I have the stuff. Okay, so you guys have seen before that I had my Early Americans Freedom by Little House Needleworks. I have since purchased, and I showed you that one before, but I have since purchased, okay, that was a fail right there. I have purchased Paul Revere, which I like. He's a cutie. I mean, the pattern's cute. It's got a big old house on it. And I picked up, there's 9 of these. So if you want to do the whole set, there's 9. They are about, I think it says 69 by 69 stitch count. And you can do them separately, or you can, it tells you how much fabric you need if you want to do them all in one piece. Right now I just have the 3. This one, Betsy Ross, which I also like. I don't know if I'm going to do more. My plan is to stitch these kind of small and make them into little ornaments to put on a holiday tree. I do not have a holiday tree yet, so I don't know when I'm going to, I'll probably start them soon-ish if I just need something quick to stitch. We know how easy quick stitches go for me. They're not quick. And then the ones I think are going to take forever, like the Let's Bake, are super fast. So I've got the 3 of those. I may or may not add to that collection in the future. Right now, that's all I really wanted. I also picked this up. This had been on my wish list for a while, and then when I went to buy it, it was out of stock, and then they emailed me and said it was in stock again, so I snapped it up. And this is Seeds of Freedom by Silver Creek Samplers. And it says, just so you know, it says, "'Twas 1861, the Civil War had just begun. In 1863, Lincoln declared all slaves free. In 1865, few good men were left alive. I'll pay respect to all I owe and keep their seeds of, and help, sorry, the lighting is terrible in here, and help their seeds of freedom grow." So I love this. So I picked this up. This is another one that's probably supposed to be really big, and I'll probably try to find it on a smaller count so that it's not so huge that I have to, I don't have a lot of wall space to hang things up. Okay, and then you also saw, last time you also saw that my friend gave me the Flag of Stars little thing. And then I showed you my, where is it? I showed you my Raven Queen, which I have plans. She is not gonna look like this when she's done. I have some graph paper and a copy machine, and I'm going to alter her. And I'm not gonna tell you how, because I don't wanna ruin it, especially if I cannot figure out how to do it and it turns out looking terrible. But I do not just have Miss Raven Queen. Oh, no. No. I picked up Garden Prelude, and this one I am stitching for my daughter. She knows about it because of the violin. My daughter plays the violin. She does a fantastic job of it, I believe. We are going to change this up. She says she likes the idea of her having a yellow dress. So I'm going to look through the Mirabilia conversion page, see if anybody's done conversions with maybe yellow or a different color, and kind of see how to do that. So I'm just going to change her dress. And then I found some really pretty fabric that I'm thinking about putting her on. And then I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do the background, because my understanding is if you do not stitch the background, you don't have to use any beads or anything because there's nothing in her dress. Somebody said that, I can't remember who. But I kind of like the background. I think it's pretty because it feels like she's in a conservatory, but I also want fantastic fabric. The fabric I'm thinking of is fantastic, and I don't know if blooming flowers will work with it, so we'll see. And because I couldn't help myself, I picked up Princess Elliana because she just looks fun. She looks like she's having fun, and the colors are crazy, and I love it. And I think I even made a decision on potential fabric for her as well, because my Mirabilia collection is growing, and that's hilarious because when I first looked at Mirabilia, none of them made me go, oh, I want to stitch that. Like, I liked the Roses of Provence, and so I bought it because I was just, you know, I gotta do one. And then Stargazer hit, and then I was just, ooh. And the next one I want to get is the Winter White Santa, because he's cute. He's cute, and I've seen a couple people who finished him, and he's so cute. And there's a few that are discontinued that I wish I had. But yeah, trying to find those. Not gonna work. All right, so last week I also showed you my Cricut collection. I have the spring and I have the winter that my friend so nicely gifted to me. Well, it's a collection. So I got summer, and autumn. Right? I mean, you can't just have two. There's 4 seasons. Do you know how long it's been since I've lived in a place that had a full 4 seasons? Apparently we have that here. I must represent. And the last thing that I bought that I can show you. So this one, this is StitchNButton, Victoria Gable. This is her fault, all her fault, because she posted a picture of a pattern with the Mayflower and said, I'm gonna start a Mayflower sale in September. Who wants to join me? Thanks a lot, Vicky. So I'm gonna join you. It's not the same pattern that she's doing. I liked her pattern fine. I didn't like some of the flower motifs. It had the ship and it had the pilgrims, and that was all fine and dandy, but then it had like these flowers and these really funky flower pots. I didn't like that. So I just went on the off chance. I have 13 Colonies. 13 Colonies has a ship on it. I assume we could call that Mayflower. But then I wouldn't be able to have another pattern. So, right? So I picked this up. This is called Mayflower Landing by Little House Needleworks. And I really, really like this. And it says, let liberty reign and freedom ring within the heart of man. Let faith and hope rise high and sing in this, the promised land. Plymouth Colony, 1620. And this, I like it all. So, when you start yours, Vicky, I'll be right there starting mine. And then, oh my goodness. Okay, so I have a SAL. It's not going to be released until I think September. Or maybe it's August. I don't remember. It's in the future. I think that Garden Prelude is starting as a SAL next month. I want to say it is. This one's starting soon-ish. And then there's another one coming, and it's called, I don't remember, but it's from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I think it's something like the Queen of the Seas or Dark Queen of the Sea or something like that. Because I'm awesome and I remember it all. Anyway, if you go onto the Autumn Lane Stitchery Etsy page, You will see it. Dark Queen of the Seas, I think is what it's called. And somebody in Virtual Stitchers said, hey, I'm doing this. And the little promo that they have for it is just awesome looking. And so then I'm thinking, I haven't joined in any sales. They have so many people. Everybody's doing this, what is it, magic study. If you've been anywhere on Flosstube, you've probably heard of the magic study, which was the Haid that was a limited edition. And it kind of wasn't my thing. It was pretty. I really liked it, but it wasn't something. It was so big and full coverage, obviously, but it's just so big, and it just didn't seem like it was a pattern that I loved enough that I would want to put that kind of effort into. But then they're all talking about it on their channels, and then I'm feeling all sad because I can't join in because I don't have the pattern and you can't get it now. Not that I would, because like I said, it's just not the pattern that I liked. So I wanted to join in on something. I want to be a joiner. So when they said, hey, who wants to join in on this? And I've watched Autumn Lane Stitchery's Flosstubes, and they're fun. They're fun. So I had to. So I went ahead and I purchased it. And then Under the Sea Fabrics has a special fabric that they're creating. They're dyeing it specific to this. And the only way you can get that fabric is if you do it in conjunction with the sow and the bead pack and some specialty flosses. Now, I don't know if the flosses are specific just to this or if they're just special flosses that anybody can get. I just know that the fabric is exclusive for this sow. So I ordered all of it. I've got the fabric coming. I've got the pattern is on order. I've already had the first email come that says, congratulations, you're part of this thing. And so yay. So it's coming. I'm happy. So I've got three if Garden Prelude works out the way I want. I don't have the fabric for that yet. So I need to get on that. I don't know. There's not a whole lot else for me to share. Just that we're happy that Daddy's home. So happy. It is so nice to have him back. To watch TV together, to put things together, to just share the burdens of just everyday life, to laugh. Laughing in person is so much better than laughing via FaceTime. I'm happy that he's here. I ordered some more needle minders because apparently you can never have too many. That is the consensus I get when I see people's needle minder stash. I apparently do not have enough. So I picked up Spider-Man. Isn't he cute? This is from StitchNButton on Etsy. Isn't he cute? Okay, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, I don't like it. Don't like him. Don't like the movie. Nope. When we moved into this house, we couldn't even close that door. The latching mechanism. So when you close the door, you've got the gap right here, and then you've got the slider on the door, and it slides into the gap. Shut up, Vicky. Slides into the gap, and the door closes and stays closed. Ours was off. So you had the gap here, and the slider was down here, and so you could close the door, but it wouldn't latch closed because it couldn't get into the gap. So my dad, the kid's dad, my husband, took my Dremel and carved out space lower so we could close the door, because I'm telling you right now, I don't want a bedroom door that I cannot close. I just forgot to lock it. I don't know how the people who lived in this house previously did not get that fixed. Did they just live here for years without being able to close their door? That's just weird. And then our bathroom, our main bathroom, didn't drain. It would take hours for it to drain. So my husband pulled the plumbing apart and found that there was like a giant dirty rag shoved down in the drain. It had been there for who knows how long because it came out gross. We'll just say it came out gross. How did they not have that fixed? Weird. Just gonna say that right now. Weird. Okay. So Spider-Man. Hear that sound? That's my last purchase I'm going to show you. And then because of my love of creepy, we've got Ghostface. So I saw Scream the very first time when I was a senior in high school. Pretty sure my parents didn't know I had the movie because I found it at the local drugstore for $9.99 and I bought it on a VHS and I brought it home to my room and I watched it and I loved it and I watched it probably 10 times in one day. Well, probably not in one day, but I watched it over and over and over because I loved it so much. And that was back when I no longer watch R-rated movies. It was a personal choice between me and my husband. We made the decision many, many years ago, like 16 years ago, that we would no longer watch R-rated movies, so we haven't since. That does not mean I don't have a healthy love of my previous favorite movies, which Scream, Die Hard. Die Hard with a Vengeance was my favorite. Air Force One, The Green Mile. I loved The Green Mile. If you have not seen that movie is so good. And the book is pretty good too, so. But I like a good Stephen King book. Anyway, okay, sorry. Never fails, even if Daddy's around. They must find Mom. Okay. And the last needle minder I got from Victoria, from StitchNButton, is the Mayflower. And this is gonna go so perfect right on my Mayflower landing sow. So there's that. And then she sent, along with it, she sent me this, which I was like, what the heck is this? And it is a needle. I don't know what kind of needle it is, but I know that I have been searching for better needles. I have not purchased any new needles. I've had quite a few suggestions, but I pulled this one out to look at last night and it looks really smooth and it feels really nice compared to some of the needles that I've been using. So this one was a little too fat to use on my Stargazer and the Secret Project and Stained Glass because those are all high stitch count, so tiny, tiny little holes. But I'm gonna pull this out and use it on my pillow sampler and see how it goes. But I've got some more floss because floss. I am working on a way to organize floss. I've seen a few people where they use hanging files to organize their floss, and I'm gonna try that because right now I have my flosses bobbinated in my little compartments. I think I showed you. And then the rest of them I just have in these bags, and I was going to put them all on rings, which I got a couple, I think, on rings, but it's just not, I mean, I picked up some rings and I was gonna put, you know, all the hundreds, all of the 200s, the 300s, all on rings, like this. But even then, I've been keeping them this. I still can't see what they are. And it's not working for me. So I have all of these floss bags, floss away bags that I'm probably going to be getting rid of soon because this just doesn't work for me. So I'm going to try the file folder method where you cut off the bottom of the file and you hang it and you have the floss hanging off from floss drops or something. And so I'm going to try that. I've got stuff coming for that so that I can organize my floss better. But my husband, the super sweetie, bought this for me because I told him how handy this would be, especially after seeing some other people. He got me one of these 3-tiered wheelie carts. I would move my camera to show you, but I have a really cheap tripod, and if I move the camera to show you, it's going to fall over. So I've got this, and I loved how people were using it to put their needle minders on. I saw this on a post, I think yesterday, and I thought that is the coolest. I love it. And this will probably be down in my office. So I'll have some of my projects in this, some of my projects up here. Right now, I keep them just in a bin, a tote like this, in my giant Ziploc bags. I keep them in there. And then if I'm not currently working on it, I have them in here, in this thing. So, and all of my brand new patterns are gonna end up in these. that I'm gonna work on tonight. But anyway, that's my haul. So I had quite a bit of haul. I was really excited. I wish I could have shown you the 2 pieces of fabric, but they're just plain. There's 1 piece of fabric's coming for my pandemic. I am going to stitch my pandemic in the same way that our headmistress from School of Magical Stitches is doing hers. She said every time she gets a prompt for a stitching in a specific color, she's going to do that color on pandemic. And so it's just going to be this random rainbow of just different colors randomly. And so she's stitching hers on black, so I thought I'd stitch mine on white, and then we could kind of match but be different at the same time. So I thought that sounded like a lot of fun. Plus then I don't have to think about it. So we have a prompt this week to stitch 200 stitches in orange. So as soon as that fabric gets here, hopefully it gets here before Sunday. If not, I'm still gonna do it on there. I'm just not gonna be able to count it towards homework. But it's gonna have my first stitches for pandemic. And then I've got some black linen coming for one of my projects. Like, it's not black, it's like a dark blue that calls for a dark blue. I don't know if I'm going to start that pattern anytime soon. I just wanted the fabric for it. Anyway, this video is long, so sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry, but talking your ear off again, because I always do, but yes. So hopefully I'll have a lot more stitchy stuff done for next week. I probably will. And because when I do get started on the stitching, I get a lot done. And now that our house is almost completely put together, there's just a few more things that we need to do. That is where I'm at. So thank you for watching. I'm at just over 400 subscribers. I have a plan for a little giveaway when I hit 500 subscribers. So feel free to share my videos with anybody who you think might like them. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. I mean, you'll get to see this face every week. Yay! Yeah, so anyway, thanks for coming. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.